Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I am your host, Dr. Severus Eugenico Yukon Suckit. Those first two names were not my name. So for all of you identity thieves out there, suck it. So anyways, today I decided to play on the dark side. I would have told you that probably like a number of months ago, a couple months ago, when Mono White was the bee's knees and everybody was playing it. But luckily, Naya Runes has pretty much taken over the meta at this point. So I'm like, Mono White, not so bad. Not so bad. Let's play it. I mean, the worst that you could probably get me to do is be like a mono blue counterspell deck. But this used to be the thing that I'm just like, heck no, I am not going to play it. But anyways, I said, let's take a look. Let's take a look. And then even then, I went and tried to find a version that had some cards in it that were different than standard, than what you normally see on a mono white aggro kind of deck. So anyways, let's take a look at this deck. We'll see what makes it up, and then we will give it a play to see if it's still holding up well in the meta. So at the low end, we've got Portable Hole, which for one white comes out and exiles and target non-land permanent and opponent controls with a mana value of 2 or less. Until this thing leaves the battlefield. But anyways, so it's just a cheap exile card. It just gets rid of some stuff. It will take out those green enchantment spirits that's so popular right now. We'll take both of those out. We got Radiant Grace. I haven't even seen this card until just now. But it's an aura. It costs 1, and target creature gets +1/+0 and has a vigilance. And when enchanted creatures die, return Vigilant Grace to the battlefield transformed under your control, attached to target opponent, which target opponent gets creatures enchanted player controls cannot or enters the battlefield tapped. So therefore, they put their guys out tapped. So no blocking on the first turn. Not huge, but I mean useful. So I guess it's part of like this thing has a lot of control in it, and this is a fuzzy control right there. We got March of Otherworldly Light. This is the control. So you can exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment with mana value of X or less. And it costs less for each white card you exile from your hand. So you could get big things if you decide to huck some of the white stuff in your hand. This is your standard white aggro part. We got Intrepid Adversary, who costs 2, comes out as a 3/1, and has lifelink. And the more you can pump into him, the more +1/+1 counters he hits. And the more +1/+1 all other creatures you have get. So that guy is pretty sweet if you can wait till later to play him. Luminarch Aspirant comes out and buffs up themselves or other dudes, whoever you feel like, just not somebody else apparently, because on a target creature you control. We got Thalia, Garden of Thraben, so it's a legendary creature. When she comes out, she has first strike, and non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast, which includes your own. And for all of the non-creatures you have in here, she might be a little hanky, but at least you are prepared for it, right? And that first strike is really good. Even though she's got 1 for defense, she can kill anything first that's 2 or less for their defense. That way they won't even be able to touch her. Even if they were like a 6/2 or a 400/2, she would win. We got Elite Spellbinder. When it comes into play, you get a flying 3/1, and then you get to make something in their hand, a non-land card, cost 2 more to cast. So it's just attacks. For white, it's not very control-y. It's just a slight control. But at least you get a flying 3/1 out of the deal. We got Reidane, God of the Worthy. What does it say? So it says, no lands your opponent control into field tap. Non-creature spells your opponent's cast with a mana 4 or greater cost 2 more to cast. So that's not bad. And then on the flip side, the shield, my favorite part, it says if a source an opponent controls would deal damage to you or permanent, you prevent 1 of that damage, which keeps all the 1/1s from doing any damage to you whatsoever. If you're going up against some of those red decks that are always pinging you for 1, it'll protect all of that. When you or another permanent you control becomes a target of a spell or ability and opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless the controller pays 1 mana. So I'm a big fan of the shield, but Reidane herself is actually pretty cool with non-creature spells your opponents cast. A 4 or greater costs 2 more. Skyclave Apparition, 2/2. When it comes out, you take a non-token permanent, so it's a lot of things, enchantments, artifacts, as long as it's a mana value of 4 or less, and you exile it. But then when the Skyclave Apparition goes away, then they get a XX Blue Illusion Encroacher token where it's equal to the mana value of the thing you exiled. So a lot of times you create something that your Skyclave Apparitions can't deal with, but it at least delays the game. We got the Wandering Emperor, who you can flash in and exile target tap creature. That's always pretty cool. Otherwise, you're just messing around with tokens and samurais, that kind of thing. Cosmos Elixir. This was probably my favorite card for a long time. I love this card because no matter what they do to you, you always get at least 2 cards or 2 life per turn, provided that you're underneath 20, under 21 points. You get 2 life per turn. So it just keeps gaining it back, and it's so hard for them to catch up sometimes. And once you get beyond that level, then they start giving you cards. So I like having a lot more than 1 in here. This one only has 1, but what are you going to do? That's what they called for, so we'll try it out. Lastly, in the cards, we got Vanquish the Horde. Not the Horrors, but the Horde. And it's destroy all creatures. This is your real control. It costs 8, but the spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature on the battlefield. So more than likely, you're probably going to try to get rid of things that are 3 or 4. So you're only probably playing 4 or 5 mana to do it at that point. Hopefully, if they got a bunch of stuff out, you can, it costs you practically nothing. It's going to cost you at least 2 white, though. 2 white. We got 4 man lands. We got 20 regular lands, and that's the deck. Nothing on the sideboard. So let's see how well mono white aggro is still doing. All right, playing against K.Ryota. Or K.Ryota. 3 mana. It's not bad. Let's keep it. Well, okay. Like I said, that is big, whatever the heck it is. It gets a lot less big over time. What do you think we're playing against here? Oh, we have 3 colors. Pass. What does this thing do anyway? Whenever control dies, create a blood token. Two mana for that, huh? Anyways, there we go. Here's a first striker. Can't block flying. Sometimes when we touch, I don't like the way that paused. The honesty is too much. Alright, wish upon your star. I think somebody needs to be apparated. I just kind of guessed that thing was low enough for the apparition to get its fingers on him. Apparently he wanted to keep that guy alive. I'll just march that guy. I'll frog march him off a cliff. Kiki Jiki. Alright, how am I going to kill that little guy without killing my own dudes? Let's just put out I could hold on and just do the Wandering Emperor in a second. So let's just pass. Come on down. Let me teach you with the Emperor. Oh, darn it, all the heck. He's holding me back, so we'll just get rid of it. Now it's my turn. Okay. Let's see. How much does this thing cost? 3? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you wanted that Kiki-Jiki. So the deal with Kiki-Jiki is you get to create tokens of copy another target non-legendary creature you control, except as a haste, you have to sacrifice it. Oh, you're going to take Elite Spellbinder. I think he loves his dudes too much. Let's just go for it. And I shall bait him. I mean, he knows what I have. I got the Emperor. I'm ready to take out whoever comes at me, bro. Get your guy off of my Planeswalker. Kiki-Jiki! I'm going to Vanquish the Horde. I want the Luminarch light the way. Bwonk. Let's go pin something down. All right, no memory deluge for you. All right, so we're sitting on 6 damage right now. No cards in hand. White control apparently does not have a lot of card draw mixed into it. Where's that Cosmos Elixir when I needed it? All right, let's just pump the heck out of this guy. Yes. Yes. And we'll get on up. Send him in. You got to block, or you dead. Or you can try to do something nasty. Kill the Intrepid Adversary. Knock me down. Block it. That would be bad. Digging. And he's just doing desperate stuff. Because he's got the 11 now. He's not dead anymore. He's just put it off time. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity. You can find stuff to completely troll us, to just wipe the board. He doesn't have much in the way of mana, though. What do we got there? 2 mana? He's got to fix everything in 2 mana. That would do it. Except if I can get past him with at least 3 points of damage at this point. And we win! Winner, winner, victory dinner! And we're playing against Jorgeous. Or is it Jorgeous? I'm not sure. And it's 3 mana across the board. Bunch of low-end stuff, but let's keep it and see what we can do. Do not play Portable Hold just because we have it. Do not play it just because we have it. Don't mirror the other guy. Portable Hole! Next, do not play Portable Hole just because I have it. Oh. Portable Hole! Aspirant. I should have put out Thalia. Ooh, an Orzhov Angel deck. We're gonna get smashed. All right. So what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Let's go pick through their hand to see what we can push off. Not much. That one. Yeah, I think he's gonna block it, but we'll see. Because he's got tons more where they came from. Oh, the humanity. So we can pin down some of his creatures. That might be nice. Make him make her a little more vigilant there. All right, there we go. All right, let's go to town. What do I got here? 2. I can put it up to 2 more. All right, I do not want to attack with Reidane. I don't think I have first strike on this thing. No, it's just flying and vigilance. No attacks. But yes, I think it says non-creature spells. Oh, non-creature spells. I just think it was creature spells. Not good. Yeah, nope. If I do this, I'm going to lose 2 of them. Let's do it, whatever. I got 4 life out of the deal. Who am I keeping, though? Keeping the first striker. Oh, well. Tap doesn't count. Still happens. Oh! I forgot those things even exist. There we go. Come on, something awesome. Ooh, there we go. You got that man land up there. I'm not gonna be able to take care of that. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He needs 8 to be able to cast that other rampage. I'm probably gonna have to vanquish myself. Vanquish this game well before that happens, since he didn't put out another land right now. Surprise! What is that? 9? Yeah, okay. I gotta vanquish now. Yeah, that was a great pull. Here we go. Oh, I should go for it first. 2. Let's go for 2. Swing it in. Oh, the humanity. Give me back my 1. Oh, and it dies. Damn you, Rampage of the Valkyries! And he gets a 4/4 out of the deal. So I was hoping to be able to play that last. Oh, and another freaking land! Yeah, this thing's not really doing too much for us right now. And he didn't play the man land. He could have won. Oh, and look, a 3rd land in a row! Here you go. Make it quick, Pally. Make it quick. Just go for it. There you go. Dead. Dead, 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 dead. We're playing against some guy or another. Some guy or another. We got 2 mana. And we could play like 90% of our hand with that. Let's keep it. Do not play Portable Hole on the first turn. No. Don't make me touch you. That thing wants to be Portable Hold. What does that even give him though? Let's see. You get 2 life, you get a first strike 2/2 out of the deal. Do I have anything I can play? Let's play the Luminarch. That wedding announcement needs to be killed. But that costs me. It cost me 4 to get rid of it. This guy will take care of it immediately, though. Let's buff him up. And what do I got there? It costs 4, huh? And I've got not enough to do it. Portable Hole. I could probably take out. Does this thing cost? I could take that one out. Let's just do that. And I still got 3 mana. Let's throw a little bit of Radiant Grace on this guy. And let's put out Thalia. Sure, why not? And we'll give it to the Luminarch at this point. All attack. And they got another. That's life gain at its best. I'm going to flood the board with my dudes. Alright, next. Alright, Thalia, let's pump you up now. And all in. They do seem slower than Thalia. Yeah, that's what I figured. See you later, some guy or another. Victory! So we're taking a look at this version of Mono White Aggro. And if you watched the videos up to this point, you see it did fairly well. You got to play the game. The cards came out. They did stuff. And you would win. You'd win a lot, actually. And it was so... I don't want to say so boring. I was going to say it's so boring. So boring. So I didn't feel the fun factor here. I don't know, because like when you play mono red, maybe it's because I could just feel the goblins just in there going crazy, wanting to get at it. The white deck just seems sort of like blah, 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 blah about the situation. I think nothing really had haste. They kind of pumped each up a little bit. There was a bunch of like, just get this other stuff out of my way. It was all right. It was all right. You know, I think for a lot of people, I can see the allure of mono white. There's a bunch of cheap cards that do a good job, and it's competitive. You can win enough to make it worth your while. It just kind of felt boring. So what did I like about this deck? I love the March of the Otherworldly Light, mostly because I love the art on it. I think it's great. I like the fact that you exile rather than destroy. I like the fact that it's artifact, creature, and enchantment. Of course, I wish it also took out planeswalkers, but it does not. You can't have everything. Radiant Grace, that sucked. It just was horrible. I mean, for one, sure, it gave you +1 in vigilance on one of your dudes, and afterwards it tried to give you something, but that creatures into the battlefield tapped, I just had no value for that whatsoever. Intrepid Adversary is excellent. That lifelink and the 3/1 is good. As for 2, I would live with that. I'd be fine with that. But it'd be nice if he had first strike too. That would be so cool. I'd almost rather have that rather than him being one of those super glorious anthems. But you know, the glorious anthem part is excellent as well. So he's super good. Aspirant is a great card. I just am so bored of it. Thalia is a great card. I am so bored of it. Elite Spellbinder is not that. I mean, it just makes things two more just past. Flying 3/1 is great, but it's like you always expect it to be better, and they always end up killing it anyway. Reidane, I think, is better as a shield than as a creature because creatures are so much easier to kill than a shield. Even though when we had it as a shield, people killed the shield too. It's just that it's a little bit easier to kill creatures in shield than the artifacts there. Skyclave Apparition, it's a good card. I'm just kind of bored. Wandering Emperor, you're cool. You're awesome. I liked you. Cosmos Elixir, I wish I would have got you, my friend. You would have made my life so much happier. Because that's the card draw right there. Really, we should have pounded out on these. 4 of these guys would have made this deck so much better. Vanquish the Horde, I was glad to have it. I mean, really, this thing saved my neck more times than not. The fact that it looks like it's so expensive, it's fantastic because if you want to use it, it's way cheaper than it's supposed to be. So yeah, that is great. I kind of wish I had some Cave of the Frost Giants. I think I had one out once, but I never needed to use it. So altogether, I mean, it's a good deck made out of great cards. Just some of them are just so great that they've come into the cliche category. It's cliche. I mean, it's Luminarch Aspirant, Thalia, Skyclave Apparition. I mean, they're in every white deck. The thing you know is now, Wandering Emperor. The only reason why she's not bad is because she just came out. But you're going to see her being played in white decks till next September, right? Till just September 2023. It's going to be a long time with Wandering Emperor becoming the most cliched card just because of that flash exile tap creature gain 2 life ability. So, yeah. Anyways, it was fun to play with cards I never played with before. It was nice playing with a deck that had a fairly decent, win ratio to it. And I personally am kind of bored of it. So anyways, I hope you have more fun with this deck than I did today. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.